How's it going, everyone? I want to talk about a company called LAES as it is down quite a bit for the day. It went down 41%, and then after hours we're down 22%. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm looking for, my EMA strategy, how I look to skip EMAs and all that on a weekly time frame. I'm going to look at this. All right, guys. So without further ado, let's look at the chart here. I did play this in the Discord with proof. You can look at the swing trade alerts. I alerted this one, and it had a massive pump when I did. So if you look at LAES way up in here, as you can see, I had lots of examples of trades that are working, that have made massive money, and it's just an awesome thing. So right here, we see LAES right in here. This was the daily chart way back. And the reason why I want to show you this is because this is where the levels work. This is where algos look to put in money. Right here on this EMA 10, we had this nice pump. Then we can come back to this light blue band, which is the EMA 50, and we skip this. So when you see an EMA being skipped without no bounce, that is the area that I love to buy. I love skipping EMAs and then buying the next one. So for example, LAES has hit this upper counter channel, and if we do hit this go above it, this means it is a very bullish stock and it's starting to make an uptrend. And the easiest way to see if it's making an uptrend is see if this EMA 50 is at the very bottom, okay? And all these levels are bounce ideas. So if we go way above it and we come crashing down to the 10, I would buy it. I'm not going to buy it at the 5. I'm a very conservative player. I do see areas where this bounces a lot. For example, we hit this upper counter channel, comes back to the 5, and then we make this massive move. But I like to see for the EMA 5 to be pierced and then go to the 10. This is my buy area right here. Now, keep in mind, this made you over 60%. We only play each EMA one time. So if we hit this upper counter channel, I'll play the 10 once, and I'll play the 50 once. I can look at other levels. Like, for example, I'm looking at this weekly chart right now, and I can say, okay, same scenario. We skipped the 5 and hit into the 10, and we had this massive bounce, right? But if we skip the 20 and go to the 50, this is the next area that I would look to load for. And you also have this nice, strong support right up in here where, right here we broke out, came back to retest, and we started moving up from here. That is quite a bit down there, but what I think is going to happen is if we do come back to this EMA 50, I think we get a massive rally. We're already seeing price coming down after hours. It's at 2.59 right now. So what I'm seeing right now is if I see price come to 2.43, as that's where this EMA 50 is right now, this EMA is going to change every week, so it won't happen for a while where it changes. I do think we can get a massive bounce. Now, it doesn't have to come like right at that. It can go to like 245, 250, and get very close and bounce. So I kind of want to go a little bit above it and look to buy a lot of LAES in there. And then my stop loss would be right here down under, which is about a 15%. So if I go about this far under, I don't want to, risk my whole account. I don't want to be totally wrong where I lose too much money. So I always like to tell people, about 15% stop loss is good for you to be like, okay, I just messed up on the trade, right? But like I said, we played this on the daily. And look at this massive move up to a T. It hit the 50, and we went up almost 100%, right? Very big move. But then we don't play it again on the next level. So I'm looking at this weekly chart here. I do think we can get that EMA 50. Hopefully it goes down a little lower for us. It's at 2.64. This can make a very big bounce. We saw that last time where the algos hit this. I'm definitely watching. This is one of my most favorite trades because what I'm noticing too is when you get this big corrections down, we have 41% down. Obviously, momentum stocks that go up big are gonna, they can come down big too, right? So we have 50. We had 41% down with another 20% after hours. The target that I can easily get is very doable, which is 10%. I'm always looking for 10% gains. LAES is more of a bigger mover in percentages wise because you can look at the daily candles that this thing moves on average way above 10%. So you can easily aim for 20%, right? But just to make it basic, because a lot of people ask me, what's this? What's the target? Just aim for 10% and then hold some at break even. So if you take 10%, let's say you did buy it right here at the EMA 50 at 240. Let's say 245 is realistically I look to buy it. So if you make your 10%, you sell out 90% of your position and hold 10% at break even, okay? And that's the best way I can really teach you guys about that. But that way it's not emotional where you're like, okay, if it goes against me, it's not, if it goes back down, it's no problem. I already locked in that 10%. And that's what will keep your emotions out. Now you're just playing with the house money, right? It's not what if I lose. It's just how much money I make now. You're not going to lose now. It's just how much you money make. Because you took out a majority and now you're playing it. I love this weekly chart here. I don't usually look at weekly charts much unless we penetrate this upper band, which we did, and then we look for price to come back down. This is a very nice setup. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Either after hours I get in, if it touches, I'm looking at 245, so we have to go down just quite a bit more. And then we'll look to be in. I do think that's very doable. We got really close. 245 can get really close to these lower bands. But we'll go from there. And like as always, 15% stop loss. Let's not make it oh, but if it can go all the way down and fill this gap. The problem is if you're like, well, it could go down here, retest that, you're losing too much now, okay? You want to keep your losses small. If it doesn't work, get out, play the next trade. And that's why I like to teach here in the Discord. I made lots of money doing this. Like, for example, we play CTM. Same exact scenario. We skipped this EMA 20. We went right down to the 50. And then we had the nice 10% bounce I took. Beautiful setup. We took KULR. I'm still in this one at break even. I sold most of my shares at 10% and holding some at break even. Beautiful setup. Another trade. Lighter. Another 10%. All of this is what happened today with exact screenshots of what's happening. And so, no, I'm not a perfect trader. It's not going to work off of this all the time. But when I'm doing these analyses, this is what makes sense. This is how you get precise entries. Because these EMAs are the most common EMAs that institutions use. The 5, the 10, the 20, and the 50 are the most common ones. 100 is a very good one too. But I like to use these ones as I get more entries, right? So, definitely watch this weekly chart, guys. If you guys do want to join the premium Discord, thank you so much for watching this video. Click the link down below in YouTube comments below, and in the description it'll say join the premium Discord from alerts and system. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. If you want to become a member, all you have to do is hit day trade alerts, and you'll have access to all my memberships, swing trades, and day trades, and get this for only $12 a month. It won't be any more expensive. It won't go up in price, and as always, when I find out new ideas, find out new things, like skipping the EMA strategy I recently covered, it's really an awesome strategy where you only take 2 of the EMAs, because that way if you take every EMA, you could take a loss there, 15% stop loss gets too aggressive. But I noticed the best EMAs are the 10 and the 50 in my experience. And when you skip an EMA, for example, on LAES, we went from the 10, we skipped the 20, had no bounce here, we go straight to the 50, we get that correction up. Where do you look to take profit is that 10%, but also is these upper EMAs could act as resistance, and that's what happens. So bottom EMAs as support, upper EMAs as resistance, it hits this and gets corrected down. Same thing right here, hits the 20, gets corrected down. So there's no reason, there's a lot of algos playing into this market, and that's exactly what is happening, right? So I want to play what the algos do. So if you guys want to join, hit day trade alerts, you'll get access to everything. You can hit server shop up in here, and you can read about the 2 memberships. The Day and Swing Trading Plus is the highest value. You get day trades and swing trades. You're going to love my day trading strategy. It's more advanced, but once you learn it, it's probably going to be the best strategy you've ever seen. Swing trading is only $6 a month, so whichever you like. But please read how to subscribe. If you have an Android, you will have to use a computer, and I do recommend using a computer for any Apple or Android because you avoid the iOS fee, and then once you do that, you can use your phone just as fine, okay? So, and also avoid scammers. I'll never message you, DM you, or trade your accounts, okay? Hope you guys like this analysis for LAES. I'm giving you guys a nice, clear price target in here that when I'm looking to get in, it's just a matter of do we get to these areas. For me personally, I like to go a center to above. So if it's at 243, the EMA 50 on the weekly, I'll probably get it at 245, okay, just to make it safe. Because I've seen it many times, like for the daily here. If you didn't get it, quite above, you could have missed out on it. So this was at 318, and the price went to a low of like 320-ish area. So I'm definitely eyeing this one, and we'll see. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you guys want to join the Discord, links down below. Give this video a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.